Hey up, pond lovers. So yeah, today I am starting the big tidy up. Obviously it's all been drained down, it's all been cleaned, it's all ready to go. The blue vat is going today. Someone's coming to pick that up shortly. They didn't want any of the pumps or filters. Well, there is no pump. The pump I borrowed off Darren, which is going back to Darren this Sunday, so he'll get that back. So yeah, let's have a look at what else we've got. So yeah, the industrial pressure washer's been out, everything's been blasted and cleaned, and yeah, had the bleach out as well. Everything's been given a quick wipe over with bleach and then another quick spray with the old pressure washer. But in this massive pressure washer we have 7 foams, that's your mechanical. Also, a lot of people don't know, but foam is actually a really good bio as well, because obviously it's extremely porous, water goes through it, it has anaerobic and aerobic bacteria in a sponge, so depending on the speed of the water, but yeah, that's all there. Underneath the sponge sits 2 trays of bio balls. I mean, you can put whatever you like in these trays, but these have all been bleached and pressure washed as well, so they could, you know, you can stick them in PP or whatever as well. But yeah, what I would probably recommend in the bottom of these trays is get some of the mini Biohome. This stuff, it's the extra Biohome Ultimate that that's all in the little Bakki shower there. I missed one, found it after I'd set it all up, and I couldn't be bothered to unscrew the rubber boot just to drop one bit of Biohome Ultimate in there. But if you filled these 2 trays up with, I don't know, say 10 kilos of that, yeah, I reckon they could probably hold about 5 kilos each. That would then become an absolute awesome biological filter as well, although it does very good bio anyway. I mean, that was the main filter, with starting off with 300 fish in there, down to about 100 now. A few fishies have gone already, but yeah, believe this, I've still got the box so I can double check and whatnot, but I believe this is the All Pond Solution 25,000. So it's a beast of a kit. I mean, it's a pretty big bucket, about the same size as the old standard waste bins, I suppose, but built to last, these things. So yeah, that's got to go. Just got to put it all back together now. First job, this has been blasted with a pressure washer as well. So as you can see in the lid, it's relatively clean. UV, big, I believe that's a 55 watt UV in there. But yeah, let me start putting this back together and I'll snap back to you. Well, that's the foams all in. So then we lock it back on with this thingy-majigger. There we go. They then can't come off. So that's the foams all on. And then we grab hold of this bit to pop, keep the foams in place. Line me hole up. There we go. Then we lock it into place. Let me grab the screw and put the screw back in there. There we go, so that's all in and on. So what we then do is drop the bio balls in here. The first one you put in is the one with the open top. Now, I think you should be given a lot more bio balls with these things than what you get, because this is what it came with. So there's a few there in the bottom, and then this one has a lid on top, so that then goes on next. Is it that way round? I think it is. Let's check the other way. You can obviously, as it says open, close, take the lid off that. Oh, no, I think it's that way round. Yeah, that's better. So that's the bio balls. And then what we do is drop that in there. Just to basically show you really quick as well, I've just popped the handle on just to show you this is what happens when you're doing the clean, and which is why some people do call these the death cans, because they don't really give it a deep clean. When you're twisting the handle, all it's doing is lightly squeezing the outside of the phones and turning them all around, and that just basically helps the water keep flowing through. But obviously in the centre of these, it's picked up some grass from the floor, in the centre obviously of these sponges, they never get touched, never get cleaned, which is why it's advisable for sort of every 6 months or so, take it out and give it a damn good clean. This probably could do with some new foams, but they're absolutely fine. They still work, they still rotate, they still gather crud, and they still hold bio, so the choice is yours. Being a pressurized filter, just make sure that you've got the rubber seal in the right place, otherwise you're going to get some leaks, which it is, so that's good. Now all we need is the clamp to clamp it all together. Clamp on. So that's all now locked in place, lid can't come off, watertight. So yeah, that's got to go. If anyone's interested in that, give me a shout. I've even still got the handle to make twisting this easier and whatnot. So obviously that's to pond, that's to waste. So when you're cleaning the filter, stick it that way, open this valve, which it was already left open, then twist your handle, and all your mucky water goes to waste. Sorted. Also getting rid of the aquarium fish tank filter that I've had for a good few years. Again, all parts still with it. That holds about 8 to 10 kilos of Biohome. The small stuff I've just showed you. But again, basket. Fill that with media or foams. I had fine foam pads. I won't throw them in. You can buy them online for a couple of quid a piece. But I had 2 fine foam pads in the bottom, with some plastic bio balls in that tray. Then every other tray I had Biohome Ultimate in it. You get 4 trays in this filter, and all you do is keep stacking them up, making sure obviously your funnel tube is all lined up and connected. Connected is the main part, because if it's not connected the water won't flow right. That way, that's your lid, stop anything coming out the top, and voila, then you just clamp your lid on. Job's a good one. And then that just clamps on top of that, and you're good to go. That's the fitting I had on it, but there's different ones, and that's the top part I had on it again, but there's different ones. But you can use that either for a very small pond or a fish tank. The only problem with these is you have to bear in mind that needs to sit lower than the water. So raised ponds only, I'm afraid, with something like that, or fish tanks on a stand. But yeah, I haven't cleaned the pipe yet, so I'm going to do that later. First job I've got to tackle is clearing access to that gate so we can get that vat out there. Well, that's the end of an era. The blue vat is gone. So now I've got some space, I can start tidying everything else up. But the insulation's all gone as well. They wanted that, so yeah. Bit muddy under that vat, wasn't it? Got some old logs that need burning. They were from trees that I chopped down from my garden. Yeah, there's a massive pile of them behind my wood pile. But yeah, now I've got some room. I'll get that area tidy first, then I can get the shed up that's in the pergola, and then I can sort through the rest of the rubbish and the shed. Because I don't know if you guys have seen in my shed anytime recently, but yeah, can't exactly get in there very far. Yeah, it's a bit full of crap. Yeah, once the new shed's up, the plan is to drag everything out, because the patio will be clear by then, because as I say, I'm going to sort out all the rubbish here first, drag everything out of that shed, sort out keep, not keep, keep, not keep, make 3 piles, rubbish, sell, keep, and just sort the whole bloody lot out, get it all done. So yeah, end of an era. Blue vat is gone. It served me well for a couple of years, but Operation Garden Tidy Up, bloody neighbours, has officially started. So as they're being noisy, on that note, thanks all for watching. Like the video if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.